This video is sponsored by NordVPN. Welcome to the Sam Sheffer setup tour for mid-2020. Let's start with the desk itself, which overlooks Broadway on the corner of Chinatown and Tribeca in downtown New York City. So the desk itself is actually custom cut wood built by the legend himself, Casey Neistat. If you've seen his videos, you're probably familiar with this view. I get an incredible amount of sunlight thanks to these humongous windows, but I have yet to install curtains or blinds, so if you have any recommendations, let me know. All right, let's jump into the setup, starting with the hardware. I've got two monitors, as you can see, and they're mounted such that they're effectively floating, giving me all of this desk room here. On the right is a 24-inch 1440p 144 hertz Dell. On the left is a 27-inch 1440p HDRI BenQ monitor. This is also a 144 hertz display. This monitor actually comes with a remote, which is not something I've ever seen from a computer monitor before. And it comes in handy if I want to change things like brightness, obviously, or choose from the various display modes it has. There's even a mode for e-paper, which effectively turns the screen black and white. It's much easier on the eyes. So these monitors are attached to this mount that I got on Amazon. Costs like 30 bucks. From a company called Vivo. Don't really know who they are, but this is a great monitor stand. It frees up a lot of desk room because usually you have a monitor stand that takes up a substantial amount of room on the desk. Could not recommend a monitor stand enough. Over here on the left is my microphone on the microphone arm. This is the Shure SM7B. It is probably one of my favorite tech purchases over the last couple of years. It is an incredible sounding microphone. It's a studio quality microphone. It's super reliable. And just to give you a demonstration of what it sounds like, what you hear right now is from my Lav. And then this is what the Shure SM7B sounds like. I would say that you can probably hear the difference, right? Yeah, you totally can. The microphone is attached to this arm mount. It's called the Rode PSA-1. Rode is also a microphone company. This arm mount is fantastic. When I'm not using the microphone, it collapses super easily and kind of tucks away like this. And then if I want to, I can literally bring it back with a single finger. This is awesome. The microphone is connected to this red box over here. It's the Focusrite Scarlett. And what it does is convert the analog signal of the microphone into a digital one and then connects to my PC over USB. On top of the Scarlett, this silver thing is the Xtrfy mouse bungee. And I found that a lot of people don't know what a mouse bungee is or have never seen one before. It basically just keeps and controls the slack of the mouse, keeps it, sort of nice and tidy here, and it really comes in handy when you're playing video games. Next to the Focusrite over here on the left is something called a Stream Deck. It allows me to program macros for just about any command on the computer. And each of these buttons here is actually a display, which is really cool. So some examples of what I have, this is my current CPU usage. This BRB button deafens and mutes my Discord. There is the current price of Bitcoin. This is a play pause button for Spotify. And then this Twitter button, can press it and it opens Twitter. My speakers I've had since 2017 when I first got my other studio down the hall. My older brother Mike, yes, that Mike that you may have seen in a David Dobrik video, got me these as a studio warming gift way back when. They're the Klipsch Pro Media 2.1. Meaning 2 speakers and a subwoofer. I love these, even though they're nowhere close to top of the line speakers. They certainly get the job done, especially when I'm sitting at my desk. To me, a really good deal for $150. You may have noticed the DSLR on a tripod on my desk. The camera is a Canon 80D, and the tripod is a MePhoto tripod. I use this as a webcam. Using a DSLR as a webcam like this gives you super high quality picture in comparison to a traditional webcam because this has a much larger sensor than those traditional webcams. This hooks up to my computer over HDMI and it plugs into something called the CamLink by Elgato again. It's got a male USB and female HDMI and it makes just about any DSLR plug and play as a webcam. It's great. And now for the main peripherals, mouse and keyboard. My mouse is the Corsair M65 Pro. I love the ergonomics, and given that I'm right-handed, it is super comfortable to use. It's got RGB lights, it's got customizable thumb buttons, and it's got up and down buttons on the top of the mouse to instantly control your DPI. So for example, when I'm gaming, I'll lower my DPI, and if I'm editing video, I'll raise my DPI all by just clicking, up up or down on these mouse buttons. And Corsair has a program that lets you customize all of this, including the RGB lights. My keyboard is the HyperX Alloy FPS with Cherry MX blue switches. Some people, especially gamers, prefer 10 keyless, meaning this number pad doesn't exist. But I don't mind it, really. They say that it takes up so much real estate on the desk or on the mouse pad, but I often find myself using the numpad to type in numbers, so I like it. It is a mechanical keyboard, so it sounds great or obnoxious, depending on who's listening. I like the sounds. And the keyboard comes with these special red keys, and the WASD keys have a special texture, so you can easily find your way back to them. My headset of choice these days is also made by HyperX. These are the Cloud Flight S. They are, in fact, wireless headphones. And I love having wireless headphones because of the freedom that they provide. I can get up and listen to a call on my computer, across the room and still be connected. I obviously can't speak because I'm not near the microphone, but having cordless headphones are fantastic, especially when you're sitting at a desk. These ear cups are really soft. I find myself wearing these headphones for 5+ hours and my ears don't really get sore. It's got these customizable buttons on the side, and they can be programmed with HyperX's software. And yes, because they're wireless, they do require a dongle, which I have in the front of my computer and not the back, because I've tried having it in the back and I found that there's some interference, so it does sit at the front. These headphones also have wireless charging, and HyperX makes their own proprietary Qi wireless charger. So I can just drop my headphones on here. At the end of the day, you gotta line them up correctly, but you can charge 2 devices on here. So yes, you can charge a phone simultaneously while you're charging the headphones. And the battery is insanely good on these headphones. HyperX advertises 30 hours, and it feels like I only have to charge these every, 3 or 4 days. And that leaves us with the final piece of hardware on my desk, my computer. This is my custom-built Maingear F131. I've got an RTX 2080 Ti graphics card. I've got 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM, and the processor in here is an Intel i9 7980X. This machine, as you can see, is liquid cooled, and if I do say so myself, is very good looking. I've had this computer for 3 years now, and it has very much become my daily driver in terms of everything I do on a computer now. Check email, browse the web, watch YouTube videos, stream on Twitch, listen to music, make music, edit my videos, and chill with friends in Discord. And speaking of chilling with friends in Discord, I want to just run through some of the software that I use on a daily basis. Maybe you've heard of some of these programs before, and maybe you haven't. Let's go through them. For editing my videos, I use Premiere Pro. In terms of gaming, I've been playing a lot of Valorant. I've been playing since the beta, and they recently just launched version 1.0 of the game. It is free to play. I've also been playing a lot of the Halo Master Chief Collection, specifically Halo 2. I played Halo 2 way back in the day on original Xbox, and I'm so stoked to see it on PC. Also, cannot wait till Halo 3 hits PC. I also want to give a shout out to the legendary PUBG, one of my favorite video games of all time. I use Spotify for music. I've been a Spotify premium subscriber since 2012. This program right here is called Voicemeeter Banana. It's basically a virtual audio interface. This dashboard over here is called NZXT Cam. It gives you a really clean look at all of the basic stats you'd want to see from your computer. My multi-platform messenger of choice is Discord. It takes the best parts of chat rooms and multi-channel communication methods and blends them all into a free program. Think of Discord as your own private chat server with customizable chat rooms and audio channels. I've been using Discord for a few years, but ever since quarantine started, I've been using it a lot more than I ever have. It's a great way to stay in touch with my friends and hang out with them virtually. And last, but certainly not least, my chair. This is a Herman Miller Aeron that I inherited from Casey. Thank you, Casey. They are hella expensive, and I'm grateful that I sit in one all day long. If you're sitting at a desk all day, please make sure you're comfortable. I've put just about every single product I've mentioned down in the description below, so take a look if you're interested in getting any of these products. And of course, if you have any specific questions about your setup or any of this gear, leave them in the comment section and I'll do my best to get to them. And as always, Thank you for watching. Thanks to NordVPN for sponsoring today's video. If you didn't know, a VPN is a virtual private network. It's a way to secure your internet traffic. It masks your IP address, keeping you and your activity anonymous and encrypted by routing your data through a remote server. What's cool about a VPN is it unlocks content and services by letting you access things as if you were in specific regions. Personally, I've been using NordVPN for about a year for a few specific reasons. Nord is offering 70% off a 3-year plan plus 1 month for free by going to nordvpn.com/Sam Sheffer and using code SamSheffer. I've been using NordVPN to access the various Netflix libraries from around the world that have different movies and TV shows based on where you are. You simply click on the region you want to connect to, and this works on mobile and desktop, and you unlock the UK or Canadian versions of Netflix, for example. I've also been able to play PUBG Lite, which is a lightweight version of PUBG for the desktop, but for some reason it's just not available in the US, unless of course you're using a VPN. If you've wanted to try PUBG but don't have the PC to do so, PUBG Lite is a great alternative, and NordVPN allows you to play PUBG Lite from here in the US. And then my favorite reason to use NordVPN is to gain access to Twitter Fleets. Fleets are basically stories for Twitter, but they're only available in Brazil, in Italy, and India right now. So by using NordVPN on my phone, I can get access to this feature. Go to nordvpn.com/Sam Sheffer and use code SamSheffer to get 70% off a 3-year plan plus 1 month for free. And Nord, thanks again for sponsoring this video.